Hey, have you been frustrated that self-improvement or personal growth work that you've been attempting is not working for you? You read, you watch, and maybe even join some coaching program, but nothing is helping you rid yourself of your limiting beliefs and the doubt you feel when you think about success? Man, I get this often. This is what I hear, that people come to me and say, Dr. Meyer, I've been watching, I've been listening, I've been reading all the personal growth content out there, and none of it seems to work for me. Is something wrong with me? Or does this stuff even work for anyone? Stop right there, because let me say this right off the bat. Yes, personal development work does work, but only, repeat this, underline it, but only if you're actually doing the work, and more importantly, if the work is tailored to you. I've been speaking to high achieving professionals for a few years now, people who are sharp, successful on paper, and constantly striving, but quietly overwhelmed or burned out or feeling unfulfilled. People who don't need more information, they need transformation. And transformation starts in the mind. But here's the catch. Even the best mindset tools in the world won't help you if you can't see yourself in the person teaching them. Let me repeat that. Best tools won't help you if you can't relate to the person teaching them. That's key. So, if you want to know how to make your personal improvement efforts stick and grow to be that person or have the business success you desire, then stick with us, because this video is going to dive into it. All right? So let's go. So I hinted at this. Relatability is the hidden key, man. You could be following a coach who overcame childhood trauma, or maybe it was someone who hit rock bottom from addiction and then rebuilt their life. And those are inspiring stories, but if it's not your story, it might not land. You might be someone who came from a stable upbringing, but feels like you're drowning in the pressure of success or in the pressure to be successful. Maybe your childhood wasn't traumatic, but it was tight, rigid, full of no's, right? No, don't do that. No, don't do this. The perfectionism, or even the pressure to achieve. Maybe no one believed in you, or maybe everyone believed in you, and now you're just terrified of letting them down. If the coach you're listening to is preaching from a mountaintop you've never ever seen before, I mean, it's hard to believe that you'll ever get there yourself. And belief, real belief, is the foundation of any successful transformation. This is something cool. I created a coaching matching tool. I hadn't seen it anywhere, but for that reason, to help connect people to mentors based on their story, not just the industry or the goals, the story. It's a simple tool. You input your story, the challenges you face, the fears you carry, even a little bit about your childhood, and basically the tool will spit out a few coaches who align to your story, who have walked a similar path. And for those coaches who have walked a similar path, I mean, the coaching it's not about credentials, it's about that connection, that relatability. If you're going to do the hard work of changing your mind, your beliefs, and your patterns, you need to feel safe with the person guiding you. Safe enough to be honest, safe enough to be seen. And that really starts with a feeling of being understood. So, before you choose a coach, understand your story. And here's a powerful exercise that I suggest to anyone looking for a coach or a mentor. Start by writing down your story. And I'm serious. Just sit down and unpack it. What challenges have shaped you? What do you fear when no one's watching? What are some of the doubts you carry into every room? Maybe before a presentation, maybe before a team meeting. What was your childhood like? And were you supported or ignored or pressured or dismissed? All this, write it down. And because our belief systems, especially the ones that keep us stuck, are usually formed in childhood, and that's where we learn whether the world is safe or dangerous. And that's part of your story, whether success is earned or inherited. Your story matters because your story is what you're trying to rewrite. Okay, so write it down, write down. Go deep into your story. Then once you have your story written down, here's what I recommend you do. Just send me a message, DM me, and I'll send you a link to the matching tool I built. Totally confidential, and your information will never be used for anything except helping you find a few aligned coaching matches. Then do your homework. Listen to their podcasts if they have podcasts. Read their posts. What if they have a book? Read the book. Watch their YouTube videos. Don't just look at their results. Listen to their voice. And then ask yourself, do they sound like someone I'd trust with my truth? Ask yourself, does their story feel like it's speaking to me, not just to everyone? And check your gut. What is your gut telling you? Because we underestimate intuition. We're so busy with spreadsheets and strategy. But when it comes to choosing a guide for your inner work, because your intuition, your gut often knows long before your head catches up. So go with it. Trust your intuition. Even the most perfectly matched coach can't help you if your mind is full of noise. This is the second thing we got to talk about, right? You could have all the right tools, all the right mentor, the right game plan, but if your inner world is dominated by negative thoughts and fear loops and that constant overthinking, you won't be able to move forward. This is something I see constantly with high performers. The mental engine never shuts off. There's always another to-do list, always another decision, another conversation, a problem to solve, and there's no space for change to really land and take seed, right? And so we keep doing the same things, expecting different results. Isn't that the definition of insanity? So mindset work has to come first, not after the strategy, not as an add-on, but first. If the program you're in or the one you're considering doesn't address mindset at the beginning, man, you may end up spinning your wheels, even if it's a coaching match. So check that out. Do your homework. Because if you try to rewire your life without rewiring your subconscious, it's like repainting a house with a broken foundation. All right? So this is the work I believe in. My coaching doesn't start with hacks. It doesn't start with a hustle. It doesn't even start with goals. It starts with the human, with you, with your story, and with your mind. It starts by clearing out the noise so you can finally hear your own voice again. It starts by identifying the beliefs that were handed to you and really not chosen by you, and replacing them with ones that are actually aligned with the future you're building. And it starts by matching you with someone who's been there. Someone you don't have to explain everything to, someone who gets it, because you're not the problem. The process is. So if you're sitting there wondering why none of this is working for you, well, let me just say this again. You're not the problem. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're not unmotivated. You're just using tools that weren't designed for your story, or you're trying to use them on top of an overcrowded, overwhelmed mind that hasn't had a chance to breathe. And that can change today. So DM me. Let me know. I'll get you matched with a coach who actually fits you. There's no cost to it. Just DM me, man. I'll take care of you. And it's going to be someone whose story mirrors your own, so that you can stop admiring other people's growth and start creating your own. You've been carrying the weight of this transformation basically by yourself long enough. So let's make it personal. Let's make it real, and let's make it work. DM me. Let's find you someone you can work with. So be sure to check out www.mindflowcycle.com for all our free resources and a link to schedule a conversation with me. We can talk about how we can match a coach with you. And thanks as always for subscribing and sticking around for the next video. We'll see you then. Take care.